Hi everyone, I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 199. Welcome. Wow, episode 199. So next episode will be episode 200. Oh man, I can't believe it. It time flies when you're having so much fun. I enjoy putting these videos out so much and being able to come on and feel like I'm chatting with all of my friends about yarny things and yarn and all that. So anyway, let's get on to our episode here, and then I'll show you what I got done this week and what I've been working on. Okay, so for my finished objects, I have a few. So I've been working on things that are going to be given for my grandbaby. He hasn't arrived yet, but we are waiting for him. There would just a few more weeks, I think, to go, and then he will be here, which is, I can't believe that either. It just seems like everything is just flying by the time. Okay, so the objects I was working on, last week I showed you I was working on a basket that I kind of designed myself, that I made using tapestry crochet, and I made it to use in their nursery. The nursery theme is songs from the Beatles, and so I was almost finished with this basket, and so but now I am finished with it, so now it can be classified as a finished object. Okay, so here is the basket. Here I put some octopus around the back there, and then of course I have the yellow submarine right there. Okay. So for the Beatles song, of course. And then I have a little whale over here on this side. Anyway, I used this yarn. It is the Red Heart Super Saver ombre yarn in the colorway Scuba, and I just started with a circle down there at the bottom, and then I had all this section with the images, of course, charted out, and then so I just followed it tapestry crochet, added a few rows at the bottom and in the top to give it a good centering, I guess, and then I continued on, and I made the same height as the image. I continued on with the ombre yarn, and I folded it in so then it will be double thickness on the basket. I did put plastic canvas under the bottom. Well, I made two circles, and I put plastic canvas in between, okay, so that way you can just see the crochet and not plastic canvas. I also did plastic canvas around the sides, a long rectangular piece, and then that is enclosed inside this cuff that I folded in. Okay, so anyway, they're going to be putting this in their nursery. I thought they could put toys in it, or they could put diapers, or changing supplies, you know, all the different nursery paraphernalia that is needed for when you have a baby. So anyway, that is finished object number one, is the under the sea basket. Okay, so that is ready to go. Okay, next is the Sea Life blanket. I finished it, yay! This is a pattern, paid for pattern. I will link it in the description box below for the pattern for this. It's a paid for pattern. It's by the company 1 and 2 Company. I did buy it through Etsy, and I will put a link there to that location, so then you can purchase it if you're interested. Now, mine looks different than the original. For one last time, I will pop in the original picture from the pattern. I will pop that in right here so you can see what pattern I used, that I based my blanket on, okay? Okay, so that is the pattern that I used. I did use Red Heart Super Saver ombre yarn, the same as I used for the basket, in the colorway Scuba, and I used that. I just kind of pick and chose the colors. I pulled out the light colors to put at the bottom of the blanket, well, once the beach was finished and then the water started, and then I picked out the medium shades and I put that in the middle, and then I left the dark shades of that ombre to put at the top for the deepest part of the ocean. Okay, so let me show you my blanket here, okay? Sorry, that was Teddy barking in the background if you heard that. Hopefully he's finished. Okay, so here is my finished blanket. So here is the top part with the appliques that I have put on. And then I'll pull it up here, the middle section right there. I've got the yellow submarine in the middle. Okay, and some different types of fish. And then there I have at the bottom, I have Mr. Walrus. Okay, now let me pop in a picture right here of this blanket all laid out so then you can see it, you know, it all flat. So here is that picture. So that is my blanket, or my version of the Sea Life blanket, okay? And so here it is. Can't get it all in the camera, but at least you got a good picture of where I had laid it out and took a picture of it. Okay, so let me pull it up forward here a little bit, and I'll talk about the appliques that I put, okay? Or that I included in the blanket. Okay, so the bottom, I have that little crab right there. Now that crab, oh, that's not a crab. My goodness, I should look and see. The crab's on this side. That is a starfish. That is part of the paid for pattern that you do get a pattern for, okay, the starfish. Okay, and then on this side, here is the crab. That is the crab, and that is also a part of the pattern, okay? Okay, now the walrus right here, I am so proud of that walrus. I think he is super cute. So here is the walrus. I showed that last week, I believe, but I've got him all sewed on now. Okay, so this was a special request that I made for to Carrie at Carrie's Crochet, and I will link her YouTube channel below in the description box. I asked her if she had a walrus pattern. She does lots of designs, and they're all appliques, and then she will do a tutorial for each one, all free, showing you how to do it. It's awesome. She has an awesome channel, so please go check her channel out. So I asked her if she had a walrus pattern, and she did not, but she said that she could make one, design one for me. I told her it was going to be for a baby blanket for my grandbaby, and she said sure that she would design it for me, and she did, and did the tutorial and let me know that it was ready. And so I went over there and followed her tutorial, and there's my walrus. So thank you so much, Carrie. I'm so happy that I was able to include that onto this blanket. Okay, so of course the walrus is on there because there is a Beatles song called I Am the Walrus, and so they want my daughter-in-law had requested me putting a walrus onto the blanket, and so there you go. Okay, now on to the other appliques. On this side, I have some little fish. They kind of remind me of goldfish crackers in rainbow colors. Now, oh, sorry, that was covered up. Okay, right here. See that? Okay, so those fish are part of the pattern, okay, that the original paid for pattern. Those are included in the pattern, okay. And then on this side, okay, so on this side, let me get him up here. I have a little seahorse that I made. Okay, and now this seahorse right there, that is a YouTube tutorial. All I did was search here on YouTube for crochet seahorse applique. I think that's how I wrote it. And I will put a link to the tutorial that I followed in the description box below. And so that is the seahorse that I added on there. That was a request by my mother, which will be the great-grandmother of the new baby. She wanted me to include a seahorse, so there's the seahorse, okay? Okay, let's see. I have these three fish right there. Now those fish are part of the pattern as well, okay? Included in the pattern, the original pattern, okay? And of course here is the yellow submarine. Okay, and the yellow submarine is included in the pattern, okay? I wish I would have maybe held two strands together of the yarn to make the submarine larger, but I didn't. I should have, I guess, but I didn't. So anyway, there is the yellow submarine. That is part of the original pattern, so when you buy the pattern, you do get the instructions on how to make the submarine. Okay, let's see, what else do I have? Okay, I have this right here. This is a dolphin. Now that is also included in the original pattern, okay, the pattern for this dolphin right there. There's also a pattern for a shark, which I did not make. What else? I'm trying to remember. I know there's a shark. I think that's it as far as the one I didn't use. Let's see. Going up here, oh yes, and then here is the octopus, and the octopus is part of the paid pattern. Okay, you do get that octopus pattern, the octopus right there. Yeah. Okay, so of course I had to put that on there for the Beatles song Octopus Garden. So there is the octopus. Okay, now the last two appliques that I put on, I went back over to Carrie's Crochet and I followed the tutorials for these because I thought they were so cute. I had to include them in the blanket. And so the first one is this shark here. I think he's so cute. My blanket's falling down. Okay, let me hold him up. There. Look out! Isn't he cute? At first my husband was like, don't put a shark on there. Sharks are mean. But then I was like, oh, but this is a funny shark. He's more comical, cartoonish, you know. And I just think he's so cute. Now this is a tutorial, like I said, also found at Carrie's Crochet, and I will link a link to this one. Now she's got two of them that make sharks. This is the small, I think it's the small shark. Yeah, she has another one that says large shark or something. Same as it's a bigger size. I think, well, maybe a little different. I don't know how the tutorial's different, but this one is the small one. Okay, now I did use baby yarn and a really small hook. I was trying to get it as small as I could, and that's how big it turned out to be. So anyway, here is the shark. Okay, and then one last applique is this right here. This also comes from Carrie's Crochet, one of her tutorials, and it is a humpback whale. So that is my humpback whale that I put on there following her tutorial. Okay, so that is my sea life blanket that I've done. I have created for my grandbaby to be my grandbaby. Okay, and so I think it's so cute. I'm so happy with it, and I'm so happy that I am finished with it. Okay, so the main reason being happy to be finished with it is because I've been working on it for a while, and I'm happy that I'm finished with it before he arrives. But also this Saturday, today is Thursday, okay, so this Saturday is baby shower. So I'm so happy that I was able to get these things finished, besides the bibs that I made that I showed a few episodes ago, and I made a couple of washcloths. I think I showed those. Yeah, I did tutorials on those. Anyway, so I've got a nice collection of things that I'm going to be including in the gift that I will be presenting to them at the baby shower in a couple of days. So I'm very happy to get these finished and in time to give them to them at the shower. Okay. So other finished objects, have a few. Just this. So let me show you. Okay, so I am taking part in the B Squared Cow. I've mentioned it a few times here on my channel. This is a crochet along that Jill Fiber Floozy Crafts is hosting, and she is doing what it is. It's a set of granny squares, but it's all different stitches, and she's doing a tutorial for each one, and then at the end I think she's going to have it where we put all those squares together and make a big blanket. Well, I'm following the squares because I like learning new stitches, and so I'm following the tutorials along, but what I'm going to be doing is using those in smaller numbers to make like kids blankets or baby blankets, or that size, instead of putting them all together, because I think there's like 63 of them all together. I didn't want to make a large blanket, but I was wanting to participate in the crochet along, and so that's how I'm going to be doing it, and dividing them up into groups and then making smaller blankets out of the squares. Anyway, okay, I just finished square number 12 and square number 13, so let me show you those. Okay, here's the first one. I really like the way this stitch came out. I think the texture of it and the design is really cool, the way it worked up. So that is, I believe this was, yes, this one is square number 12, okay? And I'll put a link below where she has a playlist where she's up to the tutorials for all these squares that she has put out. She has it in both left and right-handed versions, so that's awesome. So that's number 12, okay? And then number 13, I did that one, and this one's a really pretty stitch too. Don't know the name of it, but I really like the way the stitch turned out, if you can see the stitch definition there. Anyway, that is number 13. Okay, so those are finished. And that's all my finished object. Well, the next one I'm going to transition into works in progress because it is a finished object, but it's not finished. So let me show you. Okay, so last week I was telling you that I needed to make another one of the pug pouches. This is a Notions pouch that I crocheted using tapestry crochet. It's got a face of a pug dog on the front, and I did purchase. Somebody did contact me and wanted to purchase that from me, and then so I sold it to her, and then she sent me a message back and she said, could you please make another one for her niece that was also loved it and wanted one. And so this is the second one. Okay, so I am finished with all the crocheting part. I just need to line it and put the zipper in it, and I put on a zipper pull. But anyway, the crocheting part is finished. So here is the pug pouch. I think it's so cute. I found this chart online. It was just a free chart. It was just the image of the face, and it was a free chart for like perler beads or some type of graph where, I mean, some type of craft where you use a charted image. So, but it was a free image, and so I just kind of redid it. I charted it out, redid it, and I turned it into a Notions pouch where, you know, crocheted it. So anyway, I've got it done. The inside is, yep, I've got the inside corralled pretty well as far as all the ends, and so now I'm just ready to make a lining. She did say that her niece liked blue, and so I'm going to use some blue fabric and line it, and it will have a zipper and a zipper pull, and so then I will be able to ship it out to her. But anyway, the crocheting part is done. Okay, let's go on to works in progress. I have two works in progress, two new things that I just started. I just wanted to start something new. I know I've got quite a few works in progresses around here that I was that I was working on, and then I kind of set them aside to get these baby things finished. But instead of going back and picking one of those up, which I will do that. But I just wanted something new and fresh, and just wanted to start something new. So I did. So this is going to be a baby blanket, and I really like the idea of. I had this pattern bookmarked on my computer for a long time, and so I was going through all my old bookmarks that I had on my computer and kind of thinning a few out here and there, and I come upon this blanket, and I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to make this. And so that's what I've started, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so this blanket is called the Tune My Heart blanket, okay? And it is a pattern by Tossed Waves Designs, and I will pop in a picture right here of what the picture on the pattern looks like, okay? And then I'll kind of talk about what colors and things I'm going to be using, okay? So here is the finished object of what mine's going to look like. Okay, so I thought that would be a fun project. It's just made with granny squares and half triangle granny squares, or two-colored granny squares, and it's got that image of the heart in the middle that's with white yarn, and I just thought that was really cute. Now, as you can see in that picture, it had a whole bunch of like different shades of pink, is pretty much what they used besides the white for the heart. Okay, so I have started it. I've got 4 solid grannies. I'm just doing the not solid, well, solid color, but 4 granny squares, and this is going to be across. This is the heart, okay, the width of the heart, okay. I've got to do 2 more full granny squares, I think like down here at the bottom under those two middle ones, okay, so it'll look like a T type shape. And then I will have to do some two-toned half. I'll start the two-toned half grannies. No, they're not half grannies because they're granny squares, but you use two colors, okay, and they look like half triangle or like triangles. Anyway, you saw the picture. Okay, so I don't have that many shades of pink. I think she had like 8 different colors or something. Well, I am using DK weight yarn, which is baby yarn. This is Bernat Sport, Baby Sport, I think. It's a 3-weight yarn. Okay, so as you can see up here on my wall, okay, let's see, from, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3... Well, I'll just walk back here a few steps and show you. Okay, so all the way to this section right here, okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, that is all DK weight yarn and baby yarn, and number 3 weight, okay. Let's see, no, not that one. So it's, yeah, from here all the way. Okay, now you may notice that these bottom ones, these smaller compartments, okay, these 8. I used to have some green plastic trays that I had bought from Dollar Tree, and I had fabric in there. Well, the fabric was kind of heavy, and I noticed that it was really kind of weighing down these dividers, and I didn't want to warp them or anything, and I knew that the yarn didn't weigh as much, and so I decided to change all these out. My husband helped me, and we moved the fabric. He helped me rearrange some stuff in the closet, which is over here. You can't see it, but I have a closet over here. And so I'm going to put my fabric and stuff over there in that closet. And so I put yarn here. So, and this is baby yarn, okay? So from here, that way, it's baby yarn. And so I also tried to divide it up sort of in colors. Like girl colors and then boy colors, sort of. But anyway, as you can see, I have all these pinks right here, and then I have all these pinks here, and then I have some purple and yellow, okay. This is some variegated pinks. So then over here I have more like green and orange and browns and blues, and my blues are here, okay. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I thought I'd pick out colors that are like from here and here, you know, and just do like pink and green and purple and yellow. I thought that would be some good girl combinations with this white heart that is in the middle. And so that are the colors I'm going to be picking from, I think, to make this blanket. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But I think it's fun, and what is also fun is the fact that it is a join as you go project. And so you make 7 rounds, and then for the first square is a granny square, and then all the other ones you do the first 6 rounds, and then on the 7th round you're going to be attaching it to one or more squares next to it or whatever. So I really enjoy that. The fact that it's going to be join as you go. I'm not going to have all these squares I have to whip stitch together. So that's my plan for it. And then I'll see how big. I think it may be a little bit on the small side. So I will I'll find a border to put around that's a pretty good size border, possibly to fill out the size. We'll see. Anyway, that's works in progress number 1. Okay, and I will put a link below. This is a free pattern that you can download, and I will put a link below in the description box where you can find this, because I think it's really cute. And I mean, you could use there may be some of you that may be interested in doing this project along with me if you like to make granny squares, and if you like join as you go, because I mean you wouldn't have to use baby yarn. I mean, you could use worsted weight yarn. It would make a bigger blanket. It'd be more like a lap blanket. You could use be a great scrap buster, because you could use all kind of colors but it wouldn't have to be just pastels or baby colors. I mean, you could use you know, just really make it a really patchwork type scrappy project. So comment down below if you would like to join me on this project, and like I said, I will link the pattern below, and so that way you can find it, and I will put the link in the over on my Facebook group as well for those that are over there that may want to join in. Okay. My Facebook group is Yarnjoy Podcast on Facebook if you are interested in coming over and joining us there. Okay, so that is finished out. Oh no, works in progress number 1, works in progress number 2, and this is going to be it. I started, I didn't have an amigurumi going, and so I wanted something that was stuffed, and again, of course, I was looking through my bookmarks, just like what I was telling you a while ago, on my computer, and looking at some old bookmarks that had been on there that I'd saved, and you know, every once in a while, you need to go through your computer, laptop, or wherever you have saved digital patterns, because or digital patterns, or where you have different websites bookmarked so you can find the patterns again, because I found all these patterns that I had totally forgot about that I thought was so cute enough that I wanted to bookmark it, and then never made them. So this is another one. Okay, so this is on the order of like backpack buddies, which I guess it will be a backpack buddy when I finish it, but I think it's so cute I couldn't resist making it. And I have all the yarn already that's needed to make it. So this is my progress on it so far, and so I'll give you just a few seconds to see if you can guess who this character is. Okay, so here is my progress so far. That's it. So who do you think this is, or what do you think this is or gonna be? Okay, so I will tell you. To me, for one thing, it looks like a chicken nugget. Don't it look like a chicken nugget? There used to be some Happy Meal toys, I think, like from McDonald's years and years ago when my boys were little, and it was like some little nuggets inside the box, and they had eyes on them, faces, and they look like a chicken nugget with pants on. But it's not. This is going to be Mr. Potato Head. Ah, it's so cute. Now I will put a picture right here so then you can see that it is Mr. Potato Head. Okay, so here is the picture of the pattern. See, it is Mr. Potato Head. And so he's going to be really cute. I couldn't resist making him. It says it's a keychain, and the lady that did it, I believe she did worsted weight, so hers turned out larger. And so what I am doing is I'm using a 3mm hook and baby yarn, 3-weight yarn instead of worsted weight, and the safety eyes are 7.5mm safety eyes. Okay, but he's still going to be pretty good size, but he's just so cute. I think he'd be darling for backpack buddies. And of course, Mr. Potato Head is in the Toy Story movies, and also of course from childhood, from way back. We used to, I didn't have a Mr. Potato Head, but my little brother had a Mr. Potato Head. Anyway, couldn't resist him, so he is what I'm working on. Just started him, and this is how far I've gotten so far, so. Okay, so that is all that I've been working on as far as projects and the things that I have finished. Oh, and then now I'll show you, last week I showed you, or talked about, there was a purse that I was making. Now this is a sewing project, but I did finish my mom's purse, and so I was wanting to show you. Okay, so here is the purse, all finished. She is a big fan of Alice in Wonderland, the classic Alice in Wonderland, and so that is the fabric that I used. I followed a tutorial here on YouTube, okay, but I did alter it. Now I will put a link to that tutorial that I followed in the description box below, but then I also found another tutorial that showed me how to put in a zipper. So I put in a recessed zipper because the original tutorial didn't have that. All it had was a snap with a tab, and I wanted it where she could completely, or pretty much completely close it up. Okay, so there is the recessed zipper. Okay, and so when you open up the zipper, okay, so you open up the zipper, and inside there is, I don't know, I can't see it. Oh. There is a pocket right there. See, there's a pocket on the inside. That's just a basic pocket. And then also, I'm going to fold the recessed zipper down so then maybe you can see the inside a little bit better. There is a divider. See that? It's light blue, okay? That divides it into two sections of the purse, okay, besides that pocket there, okay? And then there is, if you can see that, there is a zipper pocket, yeah, see, in that divider. So I'm very happy with it. This is, I think, the most detailed bag I've ever made, and I think it's cute. Now, granted, it is fabric and it is made with interfacing, so the interfacing, which is fusible fleece, it does give it some sturdiness to it, but of course it's not like a regular bag that's made out of leather or pleather or vinyl, you know, something heavy duty. So anyway, but I think it's super cute. I told her just don't put a whole lot of heavy stuff in it. I did not put the shoulder straps. I just put just the regular carry straps, and did not include the shoulder strap because she said she wouldn't have used the shoulder, that she wasn't going to use the shoulder strap. So anyway, so that is my mom's purse that I made for her birthday. So I'm happy to have that finished so I can give that to her when I see her at the baby shower. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so now let's go on to upcoming. I have preemie hats I need to start for this month because this is April and I haven't started any preemie hats. I need to do 4 for this month. That is meeting my goal of the preemie hats I'm making for the Halloween hat drive that goes to one of the area NICUs, one of the area hospitals, okay? And let's see. Also, upcoming this next week is Whip Wall Wednesday. The next episode, I will have a finished object for that. And then also, I will announce show the next project that I will be working on for that video series as well. So check that out, upcoming this next Wednesday. Okay, I just did Movie and Stitch yesterday. I did the movie that I watched that starts with the letter F, talked about that, and announced the movie I will be watching that starts with the letter G, and of course I showed the project that I'm working on to go along with that collab series that I'm doing. Okay. What else? Okay, so I blame Ella of No Catchy Name. She had a video that she had talked about where she went to Hobby Lobby because she had found out that Hobby Lobby has got not yarn right now on clearance, but they're been clearancing a bunch of crochet and yarn related things, like I'm trying to remember. I saw a few knitting needles that were marked down. I don't know if I saw any crochet hooks, but they had kind of like notions, things that you would use for crochet or yarny projects. Also a few cross stitch type stuff that they had on clearance. So I went over there and I bought a few things to use as giveaways, a couple of things for myself, but then a few little items to use for giveaways in the future. And so I went over there and bought just a few things, but I will do a video showing my haul from that, so that will be upcoming. Now also I do want to say hello to Susie. She had sent me an Instagram message and a message I think over on Facebook Messenger, and she actually told me or let me know about that clearance sale before I saw Ella's video, so thank you, Susie, for letting me know about that. When I saw Ella's video, that just reminded me about that. And then I went today and this morning and got a few items. So I will have a haul video showing that. Okay. What else? Oh, I got some Happy Mail. Okay, so I went over to the post office today because somebody had asked me, somebody had mentioned that they had sent me some Happy Mail and if I had received it yet. And I try to go over to the post office at least once a week to check the box and to see. Now, I do have informed delivery, and you're supposed to be able to go online and they'll tell you what's in your box. I mean, you know, it shows you, but that's not always the case, because according to that, it said I had nothing there. But I had to drop something off, and so I went in, checked my box, and I had one card here, and so I want to share with you this card. Okay, so this is from Darlene, and she lives in Michigan. Now, this is not an Easter card. Oh, and for the one that asked me if I received your Happy Mail yet, Erin, I have not yet received it. I'll keep looking for it. I don't know what's up with it, but this is amazing, this card that I got, and you'll see why in just a minute. Okay, so this card from Darlene. Thank you so much, Darlene, and I'm so sorry that I am just now getting the card. I want to acknowledge you that I didn't just not show the card on my video, because I just got it today, but it is a Christmas card, okay? And it's so funny because it is postmarked November 25th, 2020, okay? And I just received it today. This is April the 8th, 2021. And then, like I said, it's from Michigan, so it's not like it was overseas or anything. So it's so weird that I just got it today. But anyway, here is the Christmas card. It says Believe. It's very pretty card. I appreciate it so much. And it says Terri and Mr. Yarnjoy. I'll have to show my husband that. He'll get a kick out of that. Christmas is happiness. Christmas is enchantment. Christmas is special because of people like you. Thank you so much, Darlene. And I really appreciate you sending the card. I don't know why it took so long to get to me, because the card was not tore up. I mean, you know, it wasn't like mangled, like it had gotten stuck in a machine. It was in perfect condition, and the address is exactly perfect. So I have no idea. But so, Erin, I am still waiting on your Happy Mail. I mean, I'll still be on the lookout for it, and I'm hoping that eventually I will receive it. Okay, that is the Happy Mail that I received. And, oh, one more upcoming. I was tagged, okay? So, Crystal at Bag O' Day Crochet is doing a tag video. If you haven't seen it, it's like 10 yarny questions. There's some questions that she came up herself and decided to do it, and then she tagged a few people. She didn't tag me. You know, but you know how you tag people and then those people do it, and then somebody else does it, and they tag. Anyway, I got tagged by Donna of Gabin Grammy. So thank you so much, Donna, for tagging me, and I will be happy to do the tag video. So be looking for that. I'll be doing that video shortly also. So I have a couple of videos coming up. Okay, so that is it. Thanks so much. I'm afraid that this is really going to be long, me explaining all this stuff, so sorry about that. But I'm just excited to get all this baby stuff done and explain how I did on that blanket. I just really had a good time with it, and wanted to share that with you. Okay, so thank you so much to my subscribers, my new subscribers. Welcome to my subscribers that have been with me from the beginning. I thank you so much for all of your support. I really appreciate everybody's wonderful, sweet comments and suggestions and things. You gave me so much good ideas and helped me figure things out. And I love all the kind words that you have for me. I really appreciate it. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Watching all my progress on my many projects that I work on, and I do have some tutorials here and there that I put that I do and post here on my channel, both right and left-handed versions, since I am a lefty. So I do try to accommodate both. So thanks so much, like I said again, and I think I'm gonna go. Everybody have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.